welcome to Sunday Dusk. And here's your host, Corvus Twig.
Welcome everybody to Sunday Dusk. I am your host, Corvus Twig, and I got something in my lungs. I know what it is. COVID test is negative, but my lungs hurt, and I'm probably gonna be coughing a lot. But I don't care because damn it, I'm here for you. I'm here for you, all of you people in there, whether they be Benchai or Hasio or Lampy or anybody else who might be lurking right now. I'm here for you, folks, because I'm not gonna let you have your Sunday night without a Sunday Dusk. It's not what we do. It's March 10th. How are we? It was like Valentine's Day yesterday, and then it was President's Day. It was just it just happened. We're already bunching into March. And it's warm out, and there's no snow on the ground, and it's nice. It's really nice outside. It's nice sunny day. Maybe I should go outside. But, yeah, you know what? Screw Sunday Dusk. I'm gonna go hang out outside. All right, see ya.
Wait, what?
Right now, I'm fine. Okay, sorry. My guest just pushed me back.
Keep on. Hey.
Okay, fine. I'm doing a show. Can I do it?
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Thanks.
Okay. Lampy, shut the fuck up. It's time for me to talk. We all later.
Okay.
It's okay. Now we got a good show today. We got some fun stuff going. We got you heard my guest. She's talking. You know her. If you know my channel, you know her. We have an amazing bird of the day. Another one where it's just like, Twig, how have you not covered this bird? Oh, it's such a great bird. And a real fun game that has something to do with today's date. So we're going to have ourselves a real good time. So, but before we do anything else, I suppose we should get to the news. It's news time, baby. All right, let's just pop that up. All right, there we go. So, my first, last week we had a candlelight vigil for poor Flacco. And Flacco, actually, this isn't my news story, but Flacco did actually have a whole funeral. There was a funeral, and it was pretty cool. There's a whole memorial to him. But this one actually does not come from New York City. This comes from West Virginia. For there was the death of something in West Virginia, and people decided to have a candlelight vigil to say goodbye. And what was it they were saying goodbye to? Hooters. The final Hooters in West Virginia has closed. When there used to be many different locations in the state of West Virginia, the last one has finally closed. And it's just where are you going to go now for overpriced wings and scantily clad waitresses who pretend to like you so that you'll give them a higher tip? Where can you go now? Well, you're going to have to go somewhere other than West Virginia. Don't worry, folks. There's still plenty of Hooters left open across the country. But West Virginia now no longer has any Hooters. And the people of Charleston, West Virginia wanted to say their last goodbyes and held a candlelight vigil, saying that they will miss them. And then the building was destroyed. But the people there brought homemade. They brought homemade wings, but they slathered them in store-bought Hooters sauce. They swapped stories about half-off Wing Wednesdays and dollar beer nights, and I don't know. I don't understand why people go. I've never been to Hooters. It's just not. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was gonna be if it was owl themed, I'd be all for it. They got an owl on their logo, but it ain't owl themed. It's catering to desperate dudes who are desperate for female attention place. Yeah, it's not my thing. But hey, the people in West Virginia loved it, and so it's over. So thank you, Jonathan Edwards of the Washington Post, for your article. A Hooters closed in West Virginia. Fans held a candlelight vigil to say goodbye. So my next one comes from Las Vegas. And we all know that one of the big attractions in Las Vegas is the fountains at the Bellagio. Do multiple shows a day where they have music and fountains playing. It's a beautiful show. But they had to stop doing it. It had to shut down for a little while. And for a few days. And the reason, was it because of construction for the Formula One? No, it wasn't that. Was it a water concern? No, it wasn't that. Some malfunctioning? No, it wasn't that. They could not. Oh shit, I forgot to start tits. I'm sorry. Let me get tits up. Benchai, you want to refund? I fed their points. I forgot to bring up tits. Forgot to bring up my tits. Hey, it's loading. Hold on a second. I know I forgot something. It's because I'm sick. Anyway, they had to close down the thing. They had to close down the thing. Why did they have to close down the thing? I'll let you know in a second because tits just popped up and covered my whole goddamn screen. Come on. All right, now let's see. Now we can do. God damn it! I can't redeem it. It's on cooldown. Okay, the reason was a bird. There's a goddamn bird in the fountains. A rare bird. An endangered bird. The yellow-billed loon. It's an international species of concern, considered to be one of the 10 rarest birds that regularly breed in the U.S. And this bird was hanging out in the fountains at Bellagio, and so they couldn't swim fancy. They want to swim fancy. And so the fountains may have hurt the bird. So they're like, nope, we're not doing that. Yellow-billed loon. Don't want to hurt the loon, so we're gonna stop the show. The loon has been safely captured and relocated to somewhere safe for the bird, and is completely unharmed. But there's still no official date set for when the fountains are gonna resume. So it's like, okay, well the bird's gone. Why ain't you doing your fountains again? There's no date for it. Maybe they're back up again. I don't know. This article is a few days. It's from Wednesday. From Wednesday last week. So hard to say. But yeah. Pause for the time being because one of the rarest birds in the U.S. has decided to take a swim in the fountains. Good on you, bird. You know, honestly, if I go to Vegas, I'd rather have the chance to see a rare bird than see some fountain show anyway. That's pretty cool. So, thank you, Lindsay Lewis of 8 News Now, for the article. Fountains of Bellagio on Las Vegas Strip pause due to rare bird landing in water. Now, my next story comes from a place that astronauts love to get away from. To get as far away from as possible. That's right. My next story comes from Ohio. And this one has to do with drug-sniffing dogs. As you see pictured here. Dogs sniffing for drugs. Well, here's the thing. There are thousands of drug-sniffing dogs in Ohio that are now having to be retired. They will no longer be narcs. No longer narking for Narcan. They are no longer able to do their jobs properly. And the reason is because Ohio legalized cannabis. And with cannabis now legal, these drug-sniffing dogs have been trained to give the alert when they smell cannabis, among other drugs. But the problem is that they're trained to give the alert for cannabis. But cannabis is legal now. So if these drugs are sniffing, they're going to do a lot of false positives. They're just like, all right, well, nope, this is a legal drug. And unfortunately, they cannot train weed out of these dogs. These dogs know, nope, I smell this weed. I got to do it. They've tried. They can't do it. The dogs are like, nope, I got to do my signal when I smell weed. So they're basically useless now to law enforcement as far as drug sniffing do. So, all these dogs are getting retired and new ones are going to have to be trained. But that just means that all these good puppers, because, you know, ACAB and all that, but, you know, they don't know what they're doing. They're just dogs trained in what to do. All dogs are good dogs, even cop dogs. They're still good dogs. They're just doing what they've been trained to do. But now they get to go home and get to go to good homes and just be good dogs in good homes, and we like that. You can't unteach an old dog old tricks. Exactly, Mel. Exactly. But, and play them at weed stores to find someone try it. Look, if you walk in a weed store, you're gonna smell like weed no matter what. It's just the way it's gonna be. So yeah, they're gonna need 300 new drug training dogs, and they say the cost is gonna be $20,000 per dog. That's what's 300 times 20? $6 million. That's like $6 million. It's like $6 million. That's expensive. Yeah. Demand for dogs in training is, they say that it's going to be real hard to do. So, yeah, these dogs can range in price from $7,500 to $11,000, or $75,000 to $7,500 to $11,000. Yeah. So they're going to do a bill. They're trying to pass a bill to train new police dogs. But they said the dogs on staff live with their handlers, and the handlers are going to be able to buy the dogs for $1 when they're retired. So, because the handlers and the dogs, they form a strong bond. So, don't worry, these dogs are going to be taken care of by somebody who's worked with them. So, they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. So, thank you, Patrick Orsagos of AP News, for the article, Nothing to Sniff At. Bill would help pay to retire Ohio drug detecting canines under legal cannabis. All right, my next story, something that hasn't happened yet, but they're preparing for it to happen. So, as you know, next month, there is going to be a total solar eclipse that's going to go across the United States. And some researchers have decided that they want to do a big study about the eclipse, and in particular, how do animals react to a solar eclipse? So there's going to be a long, big, broad study across the area where it's going to go across. And it's going to be people studying wild animals, but also studying animals in the zoo to try and see, hey, how do animals react to a solar eclipse? Do they look up at it? Do they act like it's nighttime? Do they, what are they going to do? Now, this has been studied a bit in the past. And they found that a lot of the animals would go into their enclosures as if it was nighttime. They would go seek shelter. But there was another one that the tortoises in Columbus, last time this happened, in Columbus, South Carolina, the tortoises all started mating like crazy. So apparently the solar eclipse is like a signal to get it on. I don't know. Maybe it's like the Vulcan Ponfar, and the turtles are like, when the sky is eclipsed, we must breed. I don't know. The flamingos freaked out and huddled around the babies. And so basically animals did react to it, but they wanted to do more research, and they're going to see if they do the same research they did last time. They want to see if there's just it's going to be really interesting. So I'm interested to see exactly what they find out. Because, it's a global event in I guess it's not really global, but you know what I mean. It happens, it's a big thing, and it's interesting to see how animals react to it. Because obviously they've been reacting to them for as long as life has existed. Solar eclipses have existed. So, yeah, it's going to be real cool to see what happens. And I'm looking forward to reading the follow-up research because, animals are cool. And I like to see how they deal with something that to us is an odd thing. Yeah. So thank you, Christina Larson of AP News, for the article, How Do Animals React During a Solar Eclipse? Scientists plan to find out in April. All right. That's all for the news. Although, one last bit of news. Gonna give a final, rest in peace to Akira Toriyama. That happened this last week. And y'all know, I don't think there's anybody watching who isn't familiar with his work and his influence on the anime industry. So, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. We can't go without mentioning that. We love the stuff he created. It's good times. Okay. All right, let me get back behind my desk. All right, now it is time to bring on my guest. If you've watched old streams, you know this person. You've seen her in chat. You've seen her on stream. She's a member of the Goon Squawk. You've seen her play Fall Guys with me and other things. Welcome, everybody. Or everybody give a welcome to Lampy Lampdevil. Get a little more to that.
A little more. Trying to align.
Don't block the screen.
Trying to align. I think we're in. I don't know. My head's very large.
You're good.
Good.
You're good. You're good. Right there's perfect. Right there's perfect.
Comfy. All right. Yeah. All right. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
How the heck are you?
Pretty good, all things considered. Better than you are doing, probably. My lungs hurt just listening to you. I'm really sorry you're feeling bad. Oh my gosh.
We don't have the same volume. Who's louder?
We will adjust from
Lampy
there.
way louder. I'll just Lampy. She does seem a little loud on my side too. I can adjust this. I can add justice. All right, try talking now.
We will fix it live. How's it sound to you guys?
That seems better. Okay. Well, it is March. You are a lamp. You are a devil. Why don't you tell us? I mean, what is a lamp devil? How did a lamp devil come up? Why don't you tell people about your lore? You know, what's the story?
All right. Well, I got two stories I can tell, and one is actually the lore. I try to maintain at least a thin veneer of the kayfabe of I am a magical creature from the nether realm, etc., etc. But to be quite honest, my name, I've called myself Lamp Devil forever, and that's how I have manifested. The lore is basically, I am the spawn of a haunted house and a lighthouse, and like all the furniture and stuff in the house, got super haunted because it's like extra haunted. It's a haunted house, so I'm a lamp. I originated as a lamp. When I got old enough to set it on my own and, do some spooky shit that was not just hanging around in my parents' house because they wanted me to leave eventually, I struck out on my own into the nether realm proper. And then I did a lot of things, a lot of different things over time, but I eventually ended up with an office job, and office jobs are boring. So I started streaming. There you go. But yeah, I light up.
Yes. Okay. So my question is your tail there? Do you have to plug that in at night to recharge?
I do.
Ah.
I've got a couple of extension cords to make sure that I can roll over a few times if I need to. But yeah, I got to plug in to recharge.
Oh, that's useful.
Like I carry like at least a couple of power banks in my purse just in case I get droopy over time.
Yeah, I mean,
like they make those industrial camping ones. It's like I got a really big purse. So,
Big purse. You got a big battery in there? Big battery?
Yeah. Just because you never know. You never know. I might get delayed getting home, and like sleep is not enough to cut it. I need to charge. Important.
Awesome. And is that the same plugin that they use in North America, or do you have to, or in the United States? Does Canada have the same plugins as the United States? I don't know.
Yeah, like we've got the same general power grid, so it's the same thing.
Okay.
It's like it's a little awkwardly shaped. It is a custom, but it runs on the same current, so it's fine.
But if you were going to go to Europe, you'd have to bring an adapter.
I'd have to bring an adapter, and I'm really not CAA certified. It's like I am a fire hazard, I will admit, but I try to be careful.
Okay. Well, it's important.
Yeah.
Safety is absolutely of the utmost important.
Yeah.
But now today, I noticed that you're on a live 2D, but I know that live 2D is not where your heart is at when it comes to a lot of your models that you have.
No, I have like an arseload of 3D models that I've made in Vroid Studio. I am a big proponent of the power of the Vroid. It's convenient to have a live 2D model if you're doing a lot of different things. I find that, collabing is much smoother. If I was to bring my 3D models in, I find my quality would be a lot lower. I'd look a lot more janky. It's much smoother to collab like this because VTube Studio is powerful software.
It's very handy.
Yeah. It's like, I can respect what a good live 2D can do, and there's a lot of good resources out there, but I started with Vroids, and I still tinker with them currently, and it's like it's fun. It's fun because it's like character creator kind of software, but really lets you get into the nuts and bolts and dig around in it. There's a lot of customization options even just built in, but every texture can be replaced with something that you made yourself. And you can make further edits in things like Unity and Blender if you really want to dig into it, so you have a base that you can build on, which is really powerful for expressing yourself in this kind of way.
Absolutely. And yeah, you've done some stuff that's like, wow, that's really cool. You did that? That's really amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. I have to admit, yeah, I appreciate the way you talked me up, and I appreciate the way that you are like, oh wow, that's really cool, the thing you did. And I stand on the shoulders of giants who came before me, because there's a lot of resources out there to both learn and to purchase and to apply and to do it for free, and we're all like kind of helping each other. I've even got a little tiny shop where I just post mostly free things, mostly free assets. I have one item which is a horn asset because good horns are an important accessory, and
Oh, yeah.
I have I've got a 200 yen version with like 10 bonus textures. Otherwise, you just have to download the same thing for free.
So
And sometimes
you have a
yeah.
little shop of horns.
I do.
I'm sorry.
It actually is multiple horns. I have 3 different horn listings, but one of them is really good, so that one people downloaded a lot.
Very
So I made-
nice, very
yeah.
nice.
Yeah. I could be better. I could stand to improve my skills, but I spend a lot of time just kind of farting around doing other things instead. But the baseline that I'm at, I can at least help other people get themselves started. So that's something I like to do. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, I don't know the first thing about 3D modeling, so anything you do, I find pretty impressive. I bet I could learn it if I really applied myself and took a class, but
Yeah. Well, I barely know what I'm doing, but in order to, if you've made yourself a Vroid and you want to make the most of it, you find yourself learning how to take advantage of all the various software that you can plug that model into, and you learn little bits and pieces here and there. So it's nice. I think that's the nice thing about a hobby like this, where you're encouraged to build and to DIY a little. You can definitely go out and purchase all your components and things and stuff, but I think it's much more satisfying when you build at least some portion of it yourself.
Absolutely. I mean, I've done some DIY stuff myself, not in 3D modeling, but no, I get the feeling. It's just like, I could have paid somebody to build this set, but I built the set myself, drew it myself.
It's so you. It's so rustic and warm and Corvus, and I love your scenery out there. I love the scenery.
Yeah, I love the scenery. I love my crow buddies flying by.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't draw the crow buddies. I found them, and
Yeah.
but I animated them. Well, I didn't animate them. I made them move across the screen.
That is an animation, sir. Do not sell yourself short.
Yeah, it's a little thing. You just say start at this point A, go to point B in this amount of time, and then after this amount of seconds.
That's animation. That's animation. It
Yay!
counts. Yay!
So I have to say, with you, you are one of the streams that I make an appointment for every single week, and that is especially on Saturday mornings. Picross and coffee.
Well, thank you. I greatly appreciate anybody who shows up at the crack of dawn on Saturday morning, or maybe it's not the crack of dawn depending on where you are, but it's early enough that it's like, well, if you're awake, great, come join me. I really love doing it. It is the thing that I've gotten most into the habit of doing. It's like I never am doing anything on a Saturday morning otherwise, so it's very easy to be available and just plonk down and do it, right?
Absolutely.
So I think that's one of the things to do, stay consistent. Same thing with your Sunday Dusk here. You've got a time, you've got to get an expectation, you know that you're available, you got a structure. The structure, it's so important. If you know precisely what you're doing every time, if you know precisely what you intend to be doing, it's so much easier.
Absolutely. But God, so much work before every episode. So much work.
Yeah.
But I get it done because the people want a good show.
We
They want a real
do.
Good show.
And it's a good show.
But I love that everybody who shows up to your Saturday morning thing, you make a custom coffee cup with them with their name written on it.
Yeah, it seemed like a cute idea, and it was an excuse to be a little artistic. And I think I should start redoing some people's cups some mornings. Like we should do the cup refresh some morning. Like everybody gets a new cup. Everybody gets a brand new cup for 2024. Like I'm pretty sure that some of them are starting to get a little stiff at this point. They're made out of quality cardboard PNGs, So.
Yeah, although I just realized something.
Oh?
So you brought me these hot noodles right here.
Oh, yes.
You should have given me my coffee cup.
Oh, yeah. That's like, oh, yeah. That's like, I shouldn't be holding that hostage. Let me send that to you real quick. I have like 15 full to dig around.
Of course, I already have
here.
a mug of coffee on my desk anyway, but
You need more coffee.
So much
Like,
more coffee.
Multiple things of coffee on your desk is a sign that you're working hard. Actually, I gotta check here because I have. you are one of the special people who's ended up getting 2. I made 2 cups for you at one point because I forgot that I made. Yeah.
I'm
So you get
special.
your choice. I'm gonna send them off to you here.
All right.
Over this
Can I
way.
get my,
1.
Can I get my cup of coffee?
And
Oh, that's
here
the one
I'm
I think
sending.
I'm used to seeing.
And the other one, I think that second one was a little better. The first one was done very quick. But I recognized that I had the exact same idea each time when I made it. So yeah, my brain was in the exact same place.
I'm gonna bring this coffee cup up.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, cancel. Yes.
There.
Where is it? There it is. Yeah.
And
I
get
was
it in
just
the
gonna
appropriate
hold
shape.
on to it for now.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I got my coffee cup. It's beautiful.
It's yours, nice and warm.
Yay! I
Yay.
appreciate.
Yeah. But no, it's just some of my favorite VTubers, some of my favorite streamers, period, just did morning streams. Good morning, everybody. Here's the coffee. We're just gonna chat and do something simple. And I always found that really comforting and really nice. And I think it was the absence. They graduated, they retired, and I was like, no, well, if I can't go to one, I guess I'll run one myself then. And I like doing that. I haven't figured out anything else that I particularly like to stick with, but I like doing that at least.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's nice. I mean, I really appreciate it. I know that I'm always there. Hasio's always there.
Yeah.
Bentai's usually there. You got your regular crew shuffles on in and comes there. And it's
Yeah,
like,
we get the usual squad together. We get the friends stop by. We have a conversation about something or another. I get to tell people about my week and put my thoughts out there and have the record of that.
anything
nice.
Anything interesting come up yesterday?
Something interesting come up yesterday. It's topics of discussion. The dishwasher. The dishwasher. How did it go when were you there when I had to like cut stream short and dump everybody off on somebody else for a raid because the dishwasher delivery arrived early?
Oh no, I was not around for that. I had to go.
That's what happened. I was like, okay, we got a little bit of time left to go to get until the dishwasher arrives, so I'm gonna just keep playing the stay game stream with you guys. And then my phone went off and I was like, hello, we are the dishwasher people. I'm like, shit. So I just had to stop right short and run.
And did it get installed? Does it look nice? Does it work properly?
It works properly. We got it up the stairs successfully. They actually had this nice little sling thing. They hooked it around the both of them and put the dishwasher in the sling, and they got it up the stairs. And we got it. It's one of those. It's an apartment-sized rolly wheeled dishwasher, right? Because we live in an apartment down here in another realm, and it's expensive. It's expensive to get an apartment dishwasher because apparently everybody just buys installable dishwashers because if you have the money to buy a dishwasher, I think they're presuming you have the money to get a house.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got it. It's here. It works fine. We got all the plumbing stuff. We had to change some of the tap stuff, and you have the little hose attachment and and the water works fine, and the hose works fine, and the plug works fine, and it all works fine. But it's a big, huge thing that we cannot figure out where it actually looks good in the kitchen. So it's just kind of sitting there, being like, "Hello, I am a dishwasher."
Oh, it's not built into the cabinets.
No, it's not built into the cabinets, not at all. It's like, it is now somewhere outside in the dining area of the kitchen, and we're trying to find a spot to put it that's subtle, but also it's on wheels, and also the kitchen floor is a little uneven, and if we put it in the one spot that I think looks subtle, it rolls away. So that's bad. Ooh. So,
you don't want an escaping dishwasher.
Absolutely not. It was enough effort getting up here in the first place.
I mean, I've heard of a refrigerator running, but not a dishwasher.
Yeah, I don't want to have to go and catch it. I am too slow for that. I am too slow.
Chalk those wheels. Yeah, can't you chalk the wheels?
We probably could. So I got the little casters on there. It's like the little ones you sort of snap in. They're like on an office chair or whatever. They're pretty simple. Also, they need to be able to move. We have to be able to wheel it to the sink and then wheel it back periodically.
Got it.
Anyway, it works great though. It works real good.
Yeah, and I mean the thing is that like dishwashers use so much less water than hand washing. And like also not having to spend the time to wash dishes, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, a dishwasher may take longer to run than it would take you to wash it, but you're not the one washing it. The machine is.
Yeah. I am still probably going to myself wash things while I'm in the kitchen puttering, waiting for my soup to cook or my lunch to get prepared or whatever to heat up or but that's just part of the habits that I have. But if we've got actual loads of dishes to do, this will be much more convenient in the long run. So good. So far, so good. I'm happy about that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I get that, because I do that too. There's some things that I will just quick hand wash, stuff that's kind of big and clunky in the dishwasher, or stuff that I know that I'm going to need again real soon, like a spatula, that I don't want to, have to wait till I'm running the dishwasher again before I need to use it.
And I see her Haseo is like, is it a top loader? No, it's like you got the door that opens in the front, and then you got the racks. You reel the racks out, you put your dishes in, you reel it back. There you go.
I've never heard of a top loader dishwasher.
I'm wondering how that would work.
I mean, I have a top loading clothes washer, but not a dishwasher.
Well, you can't put the dishes in the clothes washer. That doesn't work.
I mean, you
goes
could,
badly.
but you might get some.
Well, you can do it, but it doesn't end well. It is not advised.
Putting clothes in your dishwasher would probably end up better than putting dishes in your clothes washer.
I'm not even sure what order I'm talking about these things anymore. I've confused myself.
Apparently, one good way to clean shoes and hats is in the dishwasher.
I've heard about that, because with the hats in particular, you can get little plastic racks to make sure you support them appropriately so they don't lose their shape in all the heat and stuff.
Yeah.
Shoes I'm curious about. I'd be curious about, but it's like, well, clean the filter afterwards. I feel like we want to clean the filter afterwards.
Well, I mean, I think that's the biggest mistake people make in general with their dishwashers is that they don't clean out their filters often enough, or ever.
Gotta remember, I'm gonna have to set a calendar reminder just to make sure. The advice in the manual is clean the filter monthly, and it's like, oh, that's an optimistic goal. That's a good goal. We'll see how that works out.
Yeah, I don't do mine every month, but at least I do it every couple months because it's got to be done.
It's got to be done.
My dishwasher doesn't run as good as it used to. Well, did you?
That's why.
Did you clean the filter? I mean, okay. I mean, a lot of the things that I'm saying, you might be like, oh, so I see Twig watched the Technology Connections video. You goddamn right I did.
Look, I'm pretty sure that the Technology Connections video is the reason why we have this dishwasher right now. Well, one part of it is definitely a dishwasher. Makes things easier, but the Technology Connections video actually sold me a lot more on the concept, because I remember feeling a bit dubious about it. I remember basically I was just pissing and moaning about it for about a month because it was really expensive, and I was like, oh my god, why? But I understand now. I get it.
Yeah.
The first time I moved out on my own, I was staying at a place where the guy had a dishwasher, and it was this nasty, smelly thing, and all his dishes had little scratchy crud on it, and it was like, what? This is awful. Terrible. Don't like it. Bad.
Yeah. But also, one of the big things that I learned from that video was use the pre-wash detergent, Like if you're using the tablets, you got to drop one tablet in the middle and the other tablet you got to use two tablets. One you just drop loose, and the other you put in the little compartment that opens up. But also, don't use tablets because they're literally the exact same stuff as the powder that comes in the box. Like, it's literally the exact same detergent. It's just pre-portioned
for you.
It's just pre-portioned for you. But the box is so much cheaper. It's absurdly cheaper.
Well, I think we're going to have to actually properly shop for some detergent. We did the thing where we just ran to the most convenient store, which is not literally a convenience store, but it was basically the drugstore. And they have a relatively small selection of cleaning supplies and such. And we bought the store brand version of the pellets just to see if we could live with cheaper soap. And so far, so good. No complaints. But we haven't really put it to the test, so we'll see.
It's probably got the same active ingredients as the Cascade or whatever. Yeah.
Probably does. I will say there is one particular product, like dishes. Okay, first, I have strong feelings about dishes, I guess, and it's like, congratulations, I have now imported the overall level of conversational quality of Picross and Coffee to your stream, and I am so sorry, because we're just kind of talking about nothing. This is an extremely nothing subject.
Talking about nothing is, this is great. This is great.
We're passionate about it. We obviously have feelings and opinions about it. I think that does really count for something, for carrying the weight of the anyway. Anyway, the best stuff, though, the best shit for washing your dishes is not necessarily anything to do with the dishwasher. They make this spray. And I think it's like the Platinum Power Wash. That's what it's called. Oh, shit, I love that stuff. Not sponsored, I swear, but it's like, so basically you take your dirty plate and you go, oh, this is a dirty plate. You get the dirty plate a little wet, you just run the sink and you just leave it a little wet. You spray the stuff on it, you wipe it off a little bit, and it's clean and it's done. Give it a nice rinse with hot water, boom, that's it. You don't have to fill your entire sink and do every dish. You just have a few dishes to wash. If you're in if you're out camping or the RV or whatever, people in RVs really love this stuff because it saves on the amount of water you use for your rinsing. It's super convenient and it works really good. It gets all kinds of crud off of things really, really well.
It's hydrochloric acid.
No, it's detergent,
okay.
but it's detergent, and I think it has like alcohol or some kind of mix of something extra going on in there. It's just soap. It's just soap, but it sprays, and there's something. I've seen YouTube videos of people trying to homebrew the stuff, and it's like, well, I don't know how successful the effort was. But it's more or less a dish detergent, but in a format diluted and chemically whatever that it sprays well and it cleans quick.
Just breaks down things, lets them wipe off and make them non.
Has several banned chemicals in Intasio? Maybe. I don't know, but all my dishes get clean. So, that's the important thing.
Maybe banned in the EU, but over here on the Freedom continent, the
EU has standards. Canada has slightly higher standards than you guys, too, in all honesty.
That's true.
I mean, not by a lot.
California.
Not by a lot.
California, is...
California's trying real hard.
Episode of, it was either Radio Lab or 99% Invisible, the podcast. They were talking about how, in California, there's stickers and signs on everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like, warning, there is carcinogenic stuff in this.
Yeah.
Stuff that causes cancer. And it's on so many things now that people basically don't even pay attention to it anymore because
it's just numb to it. It has lost all meaning. The overload of warnings. I was completely blown away by how this worked when I've been to California a few times. I love going to California, but it is an unusual place in comparison to where I'm from.
California
it is unique.
California is a very unique place. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy to have experienced it. I hope to experience again someday. It's hot. It's really hot. That's about all I got.
It depends on where you are. I mean,
it depends where you are.
I feel like San Francisco Bay is just always nice.
Yeah, I've never been. I need to go to San Francisco sometime. I've mostly been to places in Southern California. I've been to LA, San Bernardino, around there.
I have never been to California, but I've heard lots of things. I think the closest I've ever been to California is Las Vegas.
Yeah, I can imagine there's a similarity of climate there. We almost decided to go to Vegas at one point. We also decided that we didn't have the money to make it worthwhile, so we turned around and we went to so-and-so's place and we played video games all day. That's a lot cheaper way to spend your time when you're visiting your friends, even if it's we should go out and do fun things together, but frankly, each other's company in person is such a treat, right?
Absolutely.
Right. So.
It's just good. Good times with good friends.
It is.
Doesn't really matter what you're doing. That's why I always said with tabletop RPGs, it's just well, what system do you like? Do you like Pathfinder? Do you like D&D? Do you like one of the other ones? And it's just what you like matters a little, but who you play with matters so much more than what system you're playing.
It does. Have you ever played Fiasco, by the way? Speaking of tabletop RPGs and suddenly yoinking the conversation away again, but have you ever played Fiasco?
I've never played Fiasco.
Okay. I found my Fiasco books when I was rooting around. We were doing a lot of moving shelves and unpacking boxes this past week. And Fiasco it's made for doing one-shots. Of a sort of narrative roleplay kind of thing. It's been described as a Coen Brothers movie simulator.
Oh no.
You have basically game scenario. You have scenarios that exist. They're structured to be here's the people. Everybody at the table assigns themselves as a person. They roll some dice to figure out who this person is and how they relate with each other. Everybody has dark sordid pasts against each other. And the dice rolling is all d6s, and everything exists to basically just make the story escalate and get worse and worse and worse and worse.
That sounds really fun.
It is incredibly fun, and I need to figure out a way to play it online so I can get you guys, because you guys would have such a good time playing Fiasco.
I mean, I bet Roll20 has ways to support it.
Probably. I'd have to take a look into it. I always say I'm going to do it, and then I don't. But I should. I used to run it at conventions locally and around, just because you can do it as a one-shot. You can sit people down, and people almost always get into the idea of, I'm just this terrible person, and I'm gonna lean into it. And comedy tends to ensue. Well, dark comedy sometimes, but yeah, I think some of the scenarios are there's rich people fighting over the golf course, and everything explodes and gets set on fire is one of the things that can end in. One of the
Bente sent a link. I wonder if it's something to do with this.
Oh, clicky
Oh,
clicky.
there's a.
Yes.
Oh, for
Yes!
Tabletop Simulator, we can play in Tabletop Simulator.
Yes.
All
All right.
Great. I've got that. I can. Yeah.
I can get it. I mean, it's on Steam. We can get it. It can happen. All right, we have future plans then. We got a Fiasco together, even if it's like not even just offline. That would be super 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 fun.
Yeah, and Fiasco looks like an L, and so it looks like Flasco, and just reminds me of Flacco.
Oh no!
Flacco.
No! Oh no! It's okay.
Yeah,
it's
it's
okay.
fine. No, this looks really
All
fun.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should definitely try and organize that because that sounds like a very good time. A very very good time.
Yeah, like I really enjoy it's a nice way to just like quickly do a story together. It's a nice way to do one shot, and having it the character creation process where everybody has connections with each other. I've had people steal that for setup for their own campaigns and other stuff. Because it's very easy to say, okay, make your characters, but they may not necessarily be related. They may not know each other. You have to learn as you go. It's nice when you have that stuff built in. So-and-so is so-and-so's brother. That's so-and-so's ex. That's so-and-so's brother's ex. That's their employer. That's their this. That's their that. And everybody has reasons to be fucking with each other or fucking each other. Pardon my language. Are we allowed to say that around here?
Yeah, we're allowed to say fuck on here. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right.
Fuck yeah.
Probably check, but
Yeah, we're fine.
yeah.
Tell
So
you that
it's
Bentai guy fucked me over. We were business partners, and he cut me out, and he made millions
precisely.
off of my work.
You got the Fiasco spirit right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have to figure something out. I want to grab. It's usually good with about 4 to 6 people. I think it is. I'll have to reread and check and see. But yeah. All right. Yeah, great plans. Great. Yeah.
File size only 60 kilobytes. That's really small.
Doesn't take a lot.
Or wait, 60.2. Is that a point or a comma? Whatever. It's fine. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. I mean, I've wanted to do see if maybe possibly doing an online Pathfinder 2.0 because I like that the internet has influenced Paizo and what the playable races are, and there were enough people that made fan art of short stack goblin girls that they're like, okay, fine, we'll just make goblins a playable race.
Yeah, there we go. Everybody loves the short stack goblin girls.
I don't know these short stack goblin girls.
Yeah. Popular idea. Great concept.
But also,
Great
it's
concept.
just like I've
Good
been
job,
reading
everybody.
through it, and it looks like, they're like, okay, we'll give martial classes more options than just I move, I attack on all their turns.
Yeah, Paizo's got some good stuff going on. I love Paizo's modules. I'm more limited. I spent most of my time messing around with D&D 4th and World of Darkness stuff, and then Fiasco.
Yeah.
So I have not spent a lot of time waiting around in the Pathfinder system, but every time I have, they make a fabulous module. They know what they're doing.
See, and you said
doing.
something that piqued my interest, and that was D&D 4th. I'm one of the few people that loves D&D 4th.
Besties. Bestie
Yes,
friends.
finally, someone understands. 4th edition is good.
It's good. It's not
so
the same.
Good. Look,
It does things different. It's got its problems, but it's good. It's good.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's a flawless system, but I think it was a big step up from 3rd edition, and I think that 5th edition does a lot of things really good, but I think they overcorrected in trying to undo 4th, and they got rid of a lot of the things that 4th did that were actually good. Like 1st and 2nd levels being playable.
Yeah, that is the hard bit. I just recently started with some friends a 5th edition game, and we just started level 3. Level 3 is where you should properly begin. There is not really any point. All your special stuff comes online at level 3. Your differentiators, your special whatchamacallits, you should just begin at that point. That's where the meat is. 4th really felt good to me at the time. I was lucky enough that I got into D&D right before 4th launched. When 4th launched, I got all the books, I got everything. I got really into it. I learned it from the ground up. I was DMing, I was helping out with Living Forgotten Realms games, all that good stuff. So, I understand it, so I suppose I love it a lot because of that. Yeah.
And a lot of people were like, well, 4th edition ruined role-playing. And I'm like, how? What does 4th edition not have for role-playing that the other editions have? And the most I've been able to hear is, well, there's fewer skill things. But I think that's better. If you're trying to sneak, having to roll both move silent and sneak, that's just like, okay, you've just doubled your chances of failure. Just have one stealth check.
I think the real vibe of it is not even necessarily the skills. The skills are more broadly applied. You roll number, you get the thing happening, blah blah blah. People never ran skill challenges properly outside of modules. When you run a skill challenge in a module, it makes sense the way it works, the way it runs it.
Yes.
You're supposed to have multiple people contributing multiple skills to a pool of success or failure. Da 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 da. It works nicely. It works nicely for the particular kind of thing that they were trying to do. I think also there is more of the issue where there's the structure for rituals and spells are separate from spells, and they're classified differently. You use them different amounts, you get them different ways. It's a little more awkward. It's a little more awkward to work with, so I didn't like that as much. But also, I made sure to just never play classes where I had to concern myself with keeping track of that shit. So there's that. But the combat, I think tying it back around again to do it playing D&D, and I think it was like to be economical about it. I was very broke at the time that I got these books. I had saved the money and spent it. I was running these games as cheap as possible. We had an erasable, redrawable grid. We draw the map new every time. I would use pennies and hard candies and anything I get my hands on as the tokens. Just cheap. But it benefits. Like, the combat is actually fun and engaging because you're actually doing minis combat on a grid.
Yeah. I mean, it was really well balanced, and it was like a really great tactical combat game.
Yeah.
And my biggest complaint with it is that I think there were a few too many status effects to keep track of.
Oh, so many status effects.
And also, the first monster manual
gave
monsters weaker attacks but huge HP pools.
Meat sacks.
By the time they release the second and third monster manuals, they're like, we've redone the math. If you're going to build your monsters, use this new math instead. And so now the monsters hit harder but had lower hit points, so they were more glass cannony, and that resulted in a much more fun, fast, fluid combat.
Yeah. And why does the hard candy gelatinous cube keep disappearing? I don't know.
Now what you got to do to really get your thing, instead of using a hard candy, you got to use a bullion cube. And so when he tries to eat it, then. No,
you can get little square gummies. You can go down to the bulk bar and you can get yourself the Turkish delights. They're like basically square jelly candies coated in powdered sugar.
Oh, I've got
the perfect gelatinous cubes.
I've got some cube-shaped gummies that are covered.
Oh,
in
you got some cube-shaped dummies. Yeah.
Wouldn't recommend eating a whole one of these.
It would be cheaper just to go buy minis, I think, Corvus. It would be cheaper just to go buy actual minis.
Well, you know what they just released that they should have done a long time ago?
What did they just release? They should have done a long time ago.
Okay, it doesn't make it any cheaper because of the brand, but Lego D&D.
Oh shit! Really? Where's this? Where is this? Hot damn! Oh man, I got that. Well, I got some things to Google later. It seems. I'm curious now. Although one of the solutions that I found too, there was a nice Pathfinder set of things where the minis weren't like 3D minis. They were just like a cardboard punch out. You put them on stands and they stand up. That's another way to do it as well, because you can get really good art and put it on little stands and move it around. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I just love the idea of using Lego because you can use the minifigs and
customize them.
And customize them to make a character, and then you can have there's like a little Lego beholder and.
Oh, I want to see Lego beholder. That sounds fun.
Oh, here I got it. Let me bring it up here.
Oh, sweet. Ah, yo.
Yeah, here's beholder.
Yeah,
isn't that cool? That's awesome.
It's fun as hell.
And then you can use Lego pieces to build your maps and stuff like that. And
that is clever. That is super clever. I can see a lot of people having a lot of fun with that.
I like how one of the minis is Drizzt.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's Drizzt, isn't it? It is. Yeah. Does that mean that the guy over there is Elminster, or is that just some wizard?
But could be. I mean, I can't.
Could be. I don't know. I don't really know what Elminster looks like. I've just heard about him and his shenanigans. But anyway, I don't know.
Yeah, there's lots of cool stuff. It's a good time to be a gamer. Fortunately, I haven't played D&D in like 3 years, so.
Yeah. There's lots of different things to play. It's nice.
You can't ban me for liking 4th D&D. This is my channel. You can't ban me for my channel, Hasio.
Can't ban us for good opinions. Can't ban us for being correct. You can ban me, I suppose, but yeah.
Look, if you played 4th edition, you gave it a shot, and you didn't like it, that's fine. But don't say it's bad, because it's not. And I think the biggest problem with 4th edition is that people didn't read the manuals, and they weren't playing it right.
Yeah, people weren't engaging with it on the right level, but I think to a certain degree, nobody it's hard to get people who are actually playing D&D as intended, no matter the edition. There's a certain amount of, well, whoever's house ruling something, they're going to do it one way or another. I think my D&D 4th experience benefited enormously from a lot of it involving the Living Forgotten Realms modules and stuff. I was part of a crew of people who we would all take turns kind of doing the running, but every weekend we'd have big sessions, everybody get together, different tables, and run the stuff and level our characters up each time a little bit. It was super fun. It was super fun. It was like a little adventuring league kind of thing. It was great. I got the super broken wand of magic missile pre-errata, and I was just exploding shit. Oh man, it was great.
Pew pew pew! I can't miss.
Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. It's like, I was very mad when they finally errated that out, because it's like, but I like being broken.
I played a wizard and I had an orb, and like the orb had like some sort of like +5 bonus to like checks or something, and I could use sleep, and so they had like a -5 to like waking up from the sleep on that check. So it was really good at just like, you go to sleep now, we're gonna deal with everybody else and we'll get back to you later.
Sleep. Sleep.
Yeah.
It's like, my first character was a wizard as well, and it's just like, I don't know, I like playing wizards even though I'm bad at playing wizards. I think I like the idea more than the execution sometimes, but like, yeah.
And I was a kobold wizard. Our entire party was kobolds.
Kobolds! I love kobolds.
We were like all kobolds from the same tribe. Turns out in 4th edition, kobolds are really overpowered for... Thanks for all the peanuts. Kobolds are really overpowered for player characters because of one of their racial abilities that's a minor action called Shifty. As a minor action, you get to shift.
Oh, right. You shift around, yeah.
So it's like a ranged class or spellcaster. It's like, okay, I'll just use my minor action to shift away, then my move action to get even further away, and now I'm gonna fireball your ass.
Yeah, we had a kobold artificer in the 4th edition game that we just finished up playing with my friends, and her name was Imin, and she was the best. She thought she was. The rest of the party was all elves. Literally, the rest of the party was all elves of varying types and sorts, and Imin was basically figured, I'm obviously in charge of these stupid elves. And it was great. It was great. And we were often very much the stupidest elves. And Imin was the smartest person in the entire party. So I was like, it's shenanigans, adventures. That's the real point. It's nice to talk about things being broken and the erratas and the mechanics and all that, but it's like if you got good people around the table and a good DM, good times.
Absolutely. That's exactly what RPGs is all about. Could not agree more.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think it's time to stop talking D&D and start talking about my other obsession.
Yes!
I ain't that time, folks. I think it's time for Bird of the Day. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the slideshow, and let's pop on over to the Bird of the Day screen. Why don't you hop on over where I am, and I'll just go right here. Yeah, it's good. All right, we're good. All right. Well, I can't believe I haven't done this bird before. This is a bird that is a very popular bird, a very well-known bird. It's a bird that lives... It's a seabird, and I don't know, it might be up there with penguins in one of my favorite kinds of seabirds. In fact, I think some people think they're related to a penguin, even though they're not. Their name even sounds a little bit like penguin. What are we talking about? We are talking about puffins. Twig, you haven't done puffins yet? Nope, we haven't done puffins yet. Look at that little guy. He's so cute.
Action shot. Love it.
Puffins are so cute. They're one of the cutest birds out there. I mean, come on. Let me look at them. How can you not? I mean, how can you not look at a puffin and be like, "That's a cute bird. That's such a cute bird."
Mm-hmm.
Their eyes even look like they have like little sad eyes. Like they're just I'm just a little guy.
Aw.
Yeah. Replace Toucan Sam. Well, I mean, they do have some of the largest beaks in relation to body size of any bird. You know, big beaks. Not toucan big. Yeah, so toucans have the largest beaks in relation to body size. Lampy, do you know what birds have the biggest beaks overall, as in terms of sheer size?
They have to be pretty big birds. I do not know.
It is the giant pelican.
Oh, yeah, that would do it. That makes sense.
Pelicans got big-ass beaks.
They do.
These guys, big beaks for their body. Pretty beaks. Love all the different colors on them. let's learn a little bit more about the puffin. Well, they're kind of small little guys. They're actually kind of about the size of a crow, about 11 to 12 inches long, with a 19 to 25 inch wingspan, weighing about 11 to 17 ounces. Yeah, you have to do the conversion if you use... Maybe I should start putting metric in all of these. I don't know. I do have a lot of non-American viewers. But yeah, they live about 20 years old on average, which is pretty good. Pretty good lifespan. It's a good long life for a bird. 20 years, not too bad. It ain't parrot long, but it's longer than most birds. The oldest ever banded puffin was 41 years old. Nice, a good long life for a bird. 41 years old. As you can see, their range there is, well, a lot of ocean. And the orange areas that you see there, that is the coastal areas that they like to go on. But they spend a lot of time at sea. You know, they just sit in the ocean and just sit there floating on top of the waves for a long time. But they do a lot of their breeding on the coasts. Yeah, because it's hard to lay and take care of egg in water.
Yeah, you gotta put the egg somewhere. That's very important.
Somewhere. So yeah, that's where they go. So as you can see, they like to be on the coasts of, you know, a lot of Canada up there, Greenland, Iceland, a little bit of the United States on Maine. Maybe no, not quite down to Massachusetts, but yeah. But yeah, they so many countries. Lots of them in the UK. They're a very popular bird in the UK and Ireland, but also in Iceland. They are a member of the order of Pterodiformes, which also includes seagulls. So they're actually closely related to the seagull. Yeah.
Birds.
Yeah.
Birds. All right.
Yeah. It's kind of neat. Different family, but yeah, same kind of seabird as seagull. But I like these guys a lot better than seagulls. They're I mean, look at that. That's a nice polite look. That's a nice polite bird. Nobody looks at a seagull and says, "What a nice polite bird."
No, well, seagulls aren't polite birds. It's like, are they noisy though? Do they make noise? Do enough of them together make a lot of noise?
They do make noises. They make some calls at each other.
But they're not making them on my roof, so I don't have any complaints.
Well, their nests, as you can see on the bottom, they dig holes for their nests. They go to soft, dirt areas, and they're going to dig a hole. A little diggy hole. And then they will fill that hole up with soft grass and also feathers. Sometimes it's their own feathers. Sometimes it's feathers from other birds. If they can find it on the ground, they're like, hey, if it's soft, I want it in my nest. So they fill it up there. The males and females both dig the nest together, but they think the male does most of the work. But then the lady, when she lays it, the lady does about 70 to 80% of the incubation. And the ladies also do probably about 60 to 70% of feeding the chicks. Well, the male is really going to be more on guard duty. But also, he does nest maintenance. He'll bring, more soft stuff. He'll help dig it out, just keep the nest in good shape while the lady is there. But it's still a team effort, really team effort. They're only going to lay one egg per clutch, just one egg at a time, one egg per year. So they definitely go with the let's put a lot of effort into one egg and make sure it lives, rather than the like a finch method of let's just have 2 clutches of 13 eggs a year and just if 3 of them survive, we're happy. No, they like to make sure their babies live. And they have a pretty low baby mortality rate as far as birds go. One thing that is kind of sweet, though, is at about 4 to 5 years, they will sexually mature, and they will be in one of their big flocks, and these guys do flock up, and they're going to find a mate. And they're going to do kind of a little bit of dancing, showing off their feathers, doing some calling and singing, all the greatest hits of making a bird happy. And once they pair up, those two are not always, but most of the time, they're going to mate for life. And those two will be together until one of them dies, which I think is super sweet.
Aw.
Yeah.
Super cute picture with the beaks together there.
Yeah, I know, right? So cute. They're so cute. And when the babies are hatched, instead of just being called chicks, they're called pufflings.
Pufflings. Oh my gosh.
Pufflings. But yeah, they're gonna fledge after, about 2-3 months and hit the water. And they're gonna live out at sea for most of their first 4 or 5 years. And they don't really start to go back to the shore until they are ready to find a mate and have some babies of their own. Because, well, they don't really need to They don't really need to be on land because everything they need is right there in the water. They have the nice oily feathers that, keep water at bay. Got nice, good insulation, so they can be in those North Atlantic waters and be like, I'm comfy. This good.
Gets cold out there, so they must be well designed for it. I was going to ask.
Yeah, birds are very good at, feathers are just, birds just are good at cold weather. There's a lot of birds that just handle cold weather very good. Feathers make some nice insulation. And
feathers and down, they trap the air in there. I believe that's what it is, and you've got, like, waterproofness often a lot of the time. It's like, dang.
And puffins have very, very dense feathers. Not like a ostrich that has not so dense feathers. But I believe the bird that has the densest feathers is a penguin. But, again, these guys kind of look like penguins. Damn penguins. They just kind of look like penguins. All right. They have a few nicknames. Some people call them sea parrots, and other people call them clowns of the sea. Because I guess they're just goofy little guys. They are just goofy little guys. Look at them. Now, as you see on the right there, look at that. He's got like, I caught all these fish.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
Exactly, Hasio. It's a whole can of sardines. There were a lot of pictures of puffins with like a whole mouthful of fish.
Aw, man. Living the good life.
They are fully carnivorous, and they love to eat fish, but they really love small fish. The little guys are their favorite ones. So they're not going to eat like a real big one. They like eating lots of these little tiny guys, little sardines, minnows, stuff like that. And they're excellent swimmers. They got the good webbed feet. They've got good diving skills. They can go down to 60 meters deep. That's pretty deep. And their bills have serrations on them. They're not teeth. They're serrated bills. And so they clamp down on the fish, and then that just keeps the fish can't slip out because they got the little serrated bill holding them in place. And one thing that is kind of cool is that beak throughout the course of the year will change color. So like sometimes the black part will be more vibrant, sometimes the red part will be more orange or yellow, and it'll like change throughout the year. So that's kind of neat.
It's interesting.
But they are like I said, a very popular bird. As you can see, they've been featured on postage stamps, all sorts of stuff like that. And there is Penguin Publishing is one of the largest book manufacturers in the world, and they have a children's department, and their children's publishing area is called Puffin Books.
Right. I used to have some of that stuff. I recognize that. Yeah.
The Canadian province of Newfoundland, the official bird is the puffin. All right. Well, the Atlantic puffin anyway. They're also a very popular bird in Iceland. Lots of them in Iceland. And so when the pufflings have to leave the nest, they have to like make their own way. The parents don't help them. They're just like, get out of the nest, go on your own. And the little pufflings are like, okay, I'm going to go. And some of them get turned around and start going inland instead of towards the sea. So there's kind of a tradition in Iceland during the mating season where people will like find puffins that are lost and help guide them to the sea. And I think that's a cool, fun little tradition. It's like the helping of the pufflings.
Lost little guys.
Lost little guys.
Gosh. Oh no. Give them a fair chance out there.
Yeah. But yeah, and then lastly, their populations are in a little bit of a decline. They are not least concerned. They're on low concern now, but they're close to being near threatened. And near threatened is one step above endangered. And mostly it's because, hey, guess what? Humans are overfishing their waters, and there's not as much food for them. Also, there's a lot of pollution in the water, and that's not good for an animal that lives in the sea. And also, climate change is really changing the,
environments.
Arctic environment.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Will they go extinct anytime soon in our lifetime? Probably not. But they estimate that by the year 2060, their population could be 20% of what it is now.
Oh.
Which is not good. Not good. So hopefully we can. And the problem is just it's like there's not that many conservation efforts they can do because so much of where they live is international waters. And so there's not really a governing body that can like control where they live and put in the things to protect them. And when the protection or the thing that's threatening them is environmental change,
it doesn't seem to be so. It doesn't seem to be so much about nesting. It seems to be about getting out in the water, feeding, overfishing, all that stuff, right? So yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, hopefully things can change and we start to do a little bit better. Because I mean, come on, I don't want to live in a world without puffins.
No. Dang.
Puffins are wonderful.
They are nice. I'm glad we could talk about such a nice seabird.
Yes, I mean,
Because I
as
kind
far
of
as-
suggested, I kind of suggested a seagull, but we're done talking shit about birds. We should talk nice about birds.
Yeah, I mean, this is easily the best bird in this order of birds. Because we've got gulls, we got skuas, we got just it's absolute trash birds in this
Yeah.
order. But puffins? I mean, who doesn't love a puffin?
Yeah,
How
I
can
can
anyone
say-
not love a
No,
puffin?
look at those guys. Look at that.
They're just polite little guys.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Like, wow. What a bird.
I want to pet a puffin. Just put him on my lap. And I know it's hard when he's just as big as I am, but damn it. I just hug a puffin.
Just hug Puffin.
Hug a puffin.
Have a chat with Puffin.
Yeah. He's a good puffin.
Cute.
I
Super
haven't seen a puffin VTuber. I want to see a puffin VTuber.
You'd think there would be one. Oh gosh, now I have to keep a lookout.
There's got to be one out there somewhere.
There's penguins. There's penguins. Surely there's a puffin somewhere.
Yeah,
We
I've
must
seen some
find the
penguins.
puffin VTuber.
Yeah, I've seen some penguin videos. Of all the birds that I've covered, it's just like there's got to be at least a few birds I've covered that nobody's VTubing as ain't nobody VTubing as a petrel.
I don't. I mean,
Maybe a shoebill.
I was very close at one point. I was like, oh, I don't want to VTube as myself as a lamp devil. I should be something different. I was very close to being some kind of seagull because I'm noisy and I eat garbage. But I'm okay with being me. I'm okay with being me instead.
Dreyfrig does have a Discord server that's nothing but bird VTubers.
The bird
And
server.
number one with a bullet is Corvids. It's just, I mean, we're just
Corvids are
love
awesome though, and
No.
they're cool, and they're aesthetic, and they got mythological implications and shit. You know?
yeah. But I think like number 2 is parrots. Number 3 is owls. Lots of owls.
Oh, lots of owls. Yeah,
And then we've got a decent number of chickens and ducks.
pretty good.
I mean we
Pretty
got
good.
Susie, we got Gilbert.
A very good assortment there. I've
I mean,
heard.
so
Yeah.
many- so
All
many
right.
great birds. So many great birds.
Yeah.
And I'll be having one of them on next week. One of those aforementioned owls.
Oh.
And
Oh.
in about a month from today, we're gonna have Mango on, so that'll be fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Mango. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna call this bird of the day done. I think it's pretty clear. We love the puffin. We love the puffin. All right. Well, let's head back to the studio.
All right.
All right. You can. I know you're crawling. Yeah. You can keep
Oh,
going.
there we go. All right. Yeah. There. I think I'm not particularly any different size. I'm not blocking anything too much.
The intro
There we
music is
go.
playing again.
There you go.
Oh God, it's still going. Now we're not gonna pause it. Rodney's got the day off, so we're not gonna pause it. There we
Yeah,
go.
we haven't seen Rodney. Oh well, Rodney deserves a day off now and then.
Yeah, Rodney deserves a day off, even though I'm
A little bit of time to
sick.
himself.
Yeah. All right. Well, yesterday on your stream, I got.
Ah!
Oh, good.
Hi,
He hit the
Rodney.
desk. He hit the desk. I was protected.
Oh, you're safe. There we go. I think I got caught on the rock. What's on the edge of your desk there? Is that's a
It's a
Miku?
rock.
Is that a rock?
It's a rock.
It's a rock. The protective rock. It
I
protects
can't
against
remember
Rodney's.
who gave me the rock. It's a nice rock.
Mm.
I know
It
that the rupee next to it was given to me by Luna.
Okay.
Yeah, we got so many gifts on here. But anyway, yesterday I gave you a little hint about what
Yeah.
the game would be, and it has to do with today's date because today is a
Oh.
holiday.
It is.
And,
well,
you guessed correctly.
now for
Today's-
everybody else's sake, we should probably.
Today's
Yeah.
quiz is based off of the date, which is March 10th, or MAR10, also known as Mario Day. Happy Mario Day. So today we're going to do a little quiz, and this is going to be about the bad guys you face.
Oh, please.
I'm going to show you a picture, and you are going to have to tell me what's the name of this bad guy.
I
What's
will.
the name?
I will. I'll do great at this. I'm sure. I'm.
I think you'll
yeah,
do
I know
good. Yeah.
reasonably well.
I haven't gone too obscure on them. In fact, I haven't gone obscure. Well, maybe a couple of them a little obscure.
I gotta have some challenge in there. Gotta have a few
Alright.
spicy ones.
Well, are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
All right. Well, our first one is, gotta start with the basics.
Well, are we Are we doing the Japanese name or the English name?
English name. English name.
English name. All right, that's a Goomba.
This is a Goomba. Wow, what is the Japanese name?
Haribo.
Oh. Yeah,
They're supposed to be in English. They're Goombas, and they're considered to be like poison mushrooms of some sort, but they're actually considered to be chestnuts, in Japanese. Yeah, but yeah, Goombas.
Goomba, first enemy you see in Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Although I don't think they're the first enemy in any Mario game. I think the first enemy Mario, and he's not in this quiz. I think the first enemy that Mario ever faced was Donkey Kong.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do barrels count as enemies?
No.
The barrels that he throws? Anyway,
what's this guy?
that's a Koopa Troopa.
That is a Koopa Troopa. Again, we're starting with the basics. Easy peasy. We love a Koopa Troopa. Such happy, nice little guys.
They got the shells, got the shell kick action,
Yep.
working hard, carry their homes with them, spinning around fast. Yeah, good times.
All right. Now, what are the official
Buzzy
names
Beetle.
of- Wow. God damn, you're so good. That is a Buzzy Beetle.
I like Mario a lot. I've played a lot of Mario over the years.
There's 24 questions on this one.
All right, well, you're going to get some eventually that I'm going to flub, but
Okay, so if you get, I suppose you get 22 of them right. That's an A.
Oh, all
That's what you
right.
can do.
All right.
All right. How about that guy?
Shy Guy.
I gave you a clue. I said that guy. But I don't think.
Well, they're all little guys, though.
I don't think the clue would have made a difference. I think you would have got that one.
It's a Shy Guy.
We love Shy Guy. First appeared in Super Mario Brothers 2. Yeah. So the Doki Doki Panic guys fought these guys before Mario ever did.
Yeah, but they were so popular character, they've been carried over into the main series in a variety of ways. See?
Yeah, and these ain't the first guys from Mario 2 that are going to be on this quiz.
Ooh. I'm just having a second here. It's like,
It's spooky.
what's a boo? It's usually
Boo.
the ghosts are boos of very
It's just a boo.
Like,
just a boo.
yeah,
It's not Big
There's
Boo.
like-
It's not King Boo. Just Boo.
no, just regular boo.
Just a
Just a little boo.
Just a boo.
Just a little boo.
Boo. Boo.
Hasio there providing alternate names in the chat. Good job, Hasio.
Teresa?
Yeah.
Could be Teresa. I mean, the eyebrows kind of look like boobs. A little bit. Maybe butt.
From
I don't know.
Tere for Shy. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I don't think that's a tongue. I think that's a.
So
big,
the boos are shyer than the Shy Guys. Actually, come to think of it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think that that's not a tongue in his mouth. I think that's Kirby in there. I think
Oh,
Kirby's
it's a
hiding in
crossover.
there. Yeah, I think
It's a
Kirby's
secret
hiding in there.
crossover.
Yeah. All right.
Hammer Brother.
Yeah.
There's only one of them, so I can't say brothers, but Hammer Brother. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Hammer Brother. Hammer Brother. Yeah, I mean, come on. Maybe this quiz is too easy. But man, the Hammer
Maybe.
Brothers, when you first encountered these guys in Mario, that's like, oh
Ugh.
shit. Things are
Terrifying.
serious now.
Terrifying. How can you dodge that? Oh no, I'm gonna lose my big. You need fireballs for these guys.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's in World 8, there's some of these guys that you encounter where it's just like if you have fireballs, they're trivial. If you don't, oof, that's tough.
And when you come across Bowser's throwing Hammer Brothers hammers, it's like, what?
Oh
what
my
is
God,
this
he throws
even?
so many. He throws so
Why?
many.
Why? Man,
All right.
that is a sniffit.
That is a sniffit. Very good. I thought this was one of the more difficult ones, but you
You are talking to a lamp that has read the first about 80 issues of Nintendo Power cover to cover repeatedly over the course of her childhood.
man, I picked a quiz.
I know my
picked
old school Nintendo shit.
Too easy a quiz for you. Now, my favorite appearance of the Sniffits is in Super Mario RPG.
Yeah.
Like-
I love them in Super Mario RPG.
Yeah. They're boosters minions.
Yeah.
Booster Tower was fun.
Booster Tower. Yeah. The music in Booster Tower, fabulous. Fun.
I've thought of getting a Switch just for the remake.
It's expensive. I want it. It's expensive.
Well, that's the
It's on my
problem
wish
with,
list.
I play on Steam. It's like, well, this game is 2 years old. It'll be $15. Great. Nintendo, this game is 6 years old. That'll be $60.
Maybe we'll knock $5 off it now and then. Maybe
It's on
we don't
sale
know.
for $58.99.
Look down here in the Canadian Netherrealm, when taxes and conversion and stuff is done, it's like a first-party quality Nintendo title is going to cost me about $100 when it's all over.
Yeah.
So I have to make my choices carefully about which ones I'm going to spend the money on.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of money for a game. My God.
It is.
I have the money, but I don't want to spend all that on a game. It's like I could buy a game and some snacks, you know?
Especially when you get, like, there's so many indie games that are, like, long, good games that you can put
Oh,
thousands of
yeah.
hours into that are, like, $20.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, we got more Mario enemies. You gotta have
We
one
do.
that's gonna stump me. Dry bones.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get stumped by any of these.
We'll
That's
see.
dry
If you have any newer ones for me eventually, I might run dry because I admittedly dropped off a little bit after the N64 era. So it's like, we'll see.
I don't know if I went that far forward, but we'll see.
Hmm.
All right, there's your dry bones. I think they first appeared in Mario 3.
Oh yeah, those
They're
are
basically
they were
Koopa Troopa that-
scary at the time. I remember
Yeah,
they were
it's like,
scary at the
yeah, I
time.
killed this Koopa Troopa. Oh god, he got back up.
Ah! Yeah, scary.
All right.
Is it a blooper or blooper?
Yes,
Yes, one of them.
it's blooper. I'll give it to you.
Blooper, blooper. All right.
We'll have a blooper.
Yeah.
Blooper. Yeah, a little underwater. Big a pain in the ass in those underwater levels.
Oh, it's scary. I love that. I think it says a lot about like it ages me. It ages me and sets my age. But I remember getting so tense playing Mario back in the day. And oh no, the blooper's gonna get me in the water. Ah, oh no.
One good little trick though is that if the floor was at the lowest level, you could
Mhm.
walk along the floor and they would never go low enough to hit you.
Oh, I did not know that trick.
Yeah, and then they evolved into kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Bomb.
Yes, we know the Bob-Ombs. I'm not talking about the band from Scott Pilgrim. I almost
The
said Steve
band from
Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim was named after these little dudes.
Yeah. I gotta admit though, I don't
Yeah?
like Scott Pilgrim.
Oh.
Mostly 'cause I just hated Scott.
I mean, I don't think we're supposed to like Scott. I have the suspicion, maybe. At least in the new stuff, I'm pretty sure we're supposed to like Scott, buddy. Ah, geez.
Yeah, I've heard the new show is a lot better, and
It's interesting when like a new series engages with previous versions in interesting ways. I think that's cool. But yes, bombs.
we love Bob-Ombs. Again, I believe appeared in Mario 3 for the first time, or were they in Mario 2? It might have been Mario 2.
I'm pretty sure they were in 2.
Yeah, I think they originated in 2.
Because 2 had a lot of instances where bombing was important to get through blocks and stuff. And
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, 2 really had a lot more puzzle elements than other games in the series.
It was really, really creative game. Really good.
All right, how's this guy?
Pokey.
Pokey? Yeah, he's pokey.
Pokey, because he's pokey.
Yeah, he's pokey.
Move slowly, pokes.
And if you do a good high jump and kick in Mario 64, they drop a blue coin.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta get those blue coins. Well, actually, 100 coins was kind of a pain in the butt on the sand level, but not too bad. Not too bad.
I still have to really sink my teeth into N64. I've been saving it for a special occasion.
Oh, I'd love to
Super
see
Mario-
you stream Mario 64. That'd be fun.
I've barely experienced it all. I played through Mario Sunshine as one of the first things I did as a VTuber, and I have developed Stockholm syndrome with that game for reals. Like I love it, but I hate it because it's anyway. Listen, don't get me started, or I may never stop. We got to keep going.
Gotta keep going. All right.
Spiny.
This is Spiny. Little
Indeed.
Spiny. Such a cute little guy.
Good color, good aesthetic, good design. Very clearly communicates what his deal.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this guy's on the ground. Maybe I shouldn't jump on this guy like all the other guys.
Pointy. It's pointy.
Yes.
The thing is Lakey Two throws. Yep. Cheap.
This is cheap. Why did they name? I mean, I guess he's a flying fish. But it's just like, come on, that's a bird name. Why do you give the bird name to the fish?
Got
'Cause
wings.
He's a flying fish. Yeah.
Got a little bit of both there. Got some crossover appeal.
Got some crossover appeal. These guys. Well, I think
Twig needs to dig into some Wii U era characters.
Where you were above water, and these guys would fly up at you. If you just ran full speed, they would never hit you. But then you're running full speed into other stuff.
on the earlier stages. On the later stages, there were other obstacles in place to prevent that strategy from working. But yeah. Lots of cheap
All right.
hits. Bullet Bill.
Yes, this is Bullet Bill. Oh, good old Bill.
Yeah. That little face. I admit that like before the graphics got good enough that Bullet Bills had the face, and they were just a bullet as far as I could tell. And it was like I thought it was the bill of a bullet, like the bill of a bird, the bill of a duck. The bird. I thought that was. I didn't think it was somebody's name.
In the low res version, I always thought the arm was a mouth.
I just thought it was like a. I didn't think it was an arm. I thought it was like a explosion thing indicating that it was like boom. I really don't know what my logic was on that.
That was the bigger version. No, that's right. The bigger version did have a mouth.
Oh, the bigger version with the bonsai
Super
bill.
Mario Worlds, yeah.
The bonsai bill with the big grimace.
Yes.
Birdo.
Yes.
Or Birdetta, depending, but Birdo.
Birdo. Trans icon.
Yes.
Yes, we love Birdo. Birdo's great.
Spitting eggs, wearing bows, garden crystal balls.
Yeah. Pretty easy to defeat if you just take your time.
Yeah, well, sometimes she is shooting fireballs instead, or there's other stuff going on.
Yeah, you face a lot of different Birdos. So many.
She switches it up.
Birdos.
She switches it up. She keeps it spicy.
She does. She does.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Piranha Plant.
Yes, of course it's Piranha Plant. It's Millie. Hi, Millie.
Hello.
Actually, there was one news story that I was thinking of covering, but it's more crime related, so I didn't. But apparently in North Carolina, there was a heist and over like 300 Venus flytraps were stolen.
Oh. I wonder what the logic behind that was. I suppose resale rare plants.
Well, yeah, because they were stolen from a nature preserve, which is one of the few areas where they still grow natively.
Oh no, man!
So they were native wild ones. That's why. It was
Oh
such a big
no,
deal.
no! Yeah.
Yeah, not cool. Not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Hopefully Millie's on it and is beating the shit out of whoever.
Yeah.
I tried to get it lined up so it looked like it was coming out of the bottom border there.
I think it works.
Yeah,
Looks good.
All right, you already mentioned this guy, so we know you know this one.
Yeah, Lakey too.
You already said his name earlier, so I'm just gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. Is like, is Lucky too like? He looks like a Koopa Troopa in terms of wearing the shell and all that, but his face is different.
He's got different turtle stuff going on, I think. A different variety of turtle.
I think maybe he's just a little. I think he's a Muppet that killed a Koopa Trooper and put on a shell.
I mean, it's not out of the question. I mean, there's a lot of spare shells around, honestly.
Yeah, lots of spare shells around. I mean, so much.
Very weird turtleneck sweater offers Haseo, so it's like, maybe.
Yeah. All right. Now the final 7.
Oh, now I have to remember which one is that.
Now you have to remember the final 7.
Is that Lemmy? Is that one Lemmy?
Is this one Lemmy? This is Lemmy.
Yeah.
Named after the lead singer of Radiohead.
Yeah, all the Koopalings in the localization of Super Mario Brothers 3 have names that are based off of various rock artists and music artists and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Except this guy. This guy is not.
Except this guy. Oh, what's his name? Is it? Morton's the other one. So this guy is. Oh, I think I might be briefly stumped because I'm like, I should know. Got the wand, so he's not. No, it's not a boom boom. So no. No, I think I have to take the pass on that. I don't know. I don't remember what his name is.
Throw out a guess.
Well, it was Morton. It has to be Morton.
It is Morton.
I was thinking, oh no, the other one I was thinking of that I thought was Morton, that was Roy. Roy's the one with the glasses.
Yeah.
Like they have like a couple of different body shapes for them too. Like that's the stouter ones there.
Morton is named after Morton Downey Jr., who is a conservative talk show host. Yeah. So, worst name in the groups.
Well, he is a bad guy.
All right. Well, okay.
That's Roy.
Yeah, it's Roy. Roy's our
That's
boy.
Roy. Roy Orbison.
Roy is actually my go-to character in Mario Kart 8.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
He's got the shades. He's a cool kid.
Yeah. I use one of the cars that looks like kind of like a sports car, Roy
neat.
driving the sports car that just has the right balance of speed and acceleration, and for my play style, I do best with Roy. Who's your go-to on Mario Kart?
When I was playing more of it, I was mostly playing Peach on a bike on a motorbike.
Oh, Peach on I hated the bikes, but the thing
I
is,
kind of like the bikes.
that's
They're
the
hard
thing
to work
is,
with, but yeah.
you used them, you got used to them, and now they fit your play style. You know, it's just,
Peach on a bike.
of course, Hasio's a Toad main. You would be.
Versatile fella, that Toad.
Yeah. All right.
Ludwig von Koopa.
Of course. Named after Ludwig van Beethoven. Oh, Roy was, of course, obviously named after Roy Orbison.
Yeah.
So he's also got my favorite namesake of all of them. I love Roy Orbison. So great. Love the Wilburys. Anything you want, you got it. Anything
You got it.
You got it. Anything at all.
Baby.
Baby. All right. Why has he only got one tooth up front? It's weird. All right.
Wendy O. Koopa.
Yep. And of course, Wendy O is a real person who is a musician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The girl.
The girl. Yeah, we gotta have one girl. Yeah, and of course,
I appreciate the one girl sometimes. I think, does the fact that I wear a pink bow make me the girl?
Yeah. I mean, we got Hasio, Bentai, Twig, and the girl.
Oh shit! I am the girl.
Yeah.
In the Goon Squawk, I am the girl.
the
If this was the
girl.
'80s, I am the girl. Oh shit!
Yeah, and you are.
How did it happen this way?
Yeah. So, Bentai's the heavy.
Yeah.
Hasio's like, I'm obviously the leader.
Yeah, you're obviously the leader, of course.
Hasio's like the smart, like the tech smart one, and
He is. There we go. We got ourselves a Saturday morning '80s cartoon together here, practically.
Yeah.
Dang. It's the realizations tonight. Oh, I don't remember.
I also like playing as this guy in Mario Kart.
He's positioned weirdly. It's like his neck and his body and everything looks kind of strange in that shot.
Yeah, he's the crazy one, the biggest psycho of the group.
Is he? I know there's. Okay, I'm gonna guess Iggy.
This, indeed, be Iggy.
Oh dang! I remember these better than I would have guessed.
Yeah, Iggy's. I like Iggy a lot. He's probably my second favorite after Roy. And lastly, you get this one right, you're 24 for 24. The generic one.
The generic one, the main, the first level, the one from World 1, and it's like, that's my worry. I thought we have Iggy, we have Lemmy, we have Iggy and Lemmy and Roy and Morton.
Oh, Iggy, of course, named after Iggy Pop.
Yeah. So we had Iggy and we had Lemmy. And Roy and Morton and Wendy and Ludwig and Bob. No, it's not Bob. But I'm like, I'm blanking on his name. I should know. Like, no.
I guess we did do the hardest one for last.
Apparently, he's so generic. It's like I can't remember exactly. It's not.
I like how his hair matches
Bowie?
the bottom.
No.
Joey?
Bowie? No, it's like no, I don't. I can't remember. I don't know. I have to take a pass
Honestly,
on this one.
Bowie would be better if he was named after Bowie and had like the star around his eye with like the Ziggy
Honestly.
Stardust. Ziggy?
Yeah.
Is his name Ziggy? No, it's not. In fact, he has the most boring normal name of all of them.
Poor guy. Larry. God.
Larry.
That's why I could remember it. It's like that sounds like it's too obvious a name to be his name.
Yeah.
That is like one step removed from calling him Bob.
I know, pretty much.
Well, 23 out of 24 is not bad.
23 out of 24 is, that's an absolutely amazing score.
Absolutely spectacular.
And he was also not named after a musician. He was specifically named after Larry King.
Okay, that's a choice.
Yep. Although there is a little bit of controversy because some people claim that he was named after Larry Mullen Jr., who is a drummer for U2. But we're not sure.
I'm curious because were these names selected as part of the localization process, or was this decided as a collective dev team thing? Did Miyamoto decide on the names? I don't know. I forget.
I mean, I'm sure he did for the Japanese version, but I don't know if he did for the American version.
Things definitely really only started. But localization stuff only started to really get synced up names wise. Come Mario 64, and even then, things like the Kuribos and Goombas and the Nokonokos and the Koopa Troopas, those are still their own thing. But localization was taken a little more seriously and closely. They got Peach probably became Peach in Mario 64, if I recall.
I believe so. Yeah, she was just the princess before that.
She was Princess Toadstool.
Or Princess Toadstool. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So she's what? Peach Toadstool is her official name?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. But then the damsel that you rescued in the first Donkey Kong was not Peach.
No, it was Pauline.
It was Pauline. And then I believe Daisy was in Super Mario Land.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Yep. And
do you rescue what's her face in Mario Galaxy? I can't remember her name now. The blue lady.
Rosalina?
Yeah, Rosalina. Do you have to rescue her?
I don't recall. I've never played it. I own it. It's one of those things that save that for special occasion as well. There comes a point past that N64 era where I have a lot of Marioing to catch up on because I didn't have Nintendo consoles and didn't have the money for any of that stuff. So yeah. There comes a point where my knowledge fails, but all the stuff you gave me was for where my knowledge was. So thank you for that, Corvus. Thank you.
Yeah, that was fun, and 23 out of 24. There's only ever been one perfect score in the history of Sunday Dusk on the quiz, and that was Revenant's clearing out perfectly on the is this a real WWE wrestler or not, because it turns out he has an encyclopedic knowledge.
There you go.
But 23 out of 24, that's pretty goddamn impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think I would have gotten all 24. I think I would have gotten like 21, 22 maybe, but yeah. Well, normally I would go 2 hours, but I think it's time to call it because I'm still feeling my throat. All this talking is now really starting to get sore. So we gotta call this one.
You sounded pretty good so far through all this. Very little coughing. I hope you feel better.
There were a few times where I had a coughing fit and I hit the mute button.
Oh, you got the quick mute finger.
Got the quick mute button. Yeah.
Good job. Better than me. I just make terrible noises into the mic. And just let it go.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, now our only thing left is to choose who to raid into, and I got a lot of people going. I could.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the top 3 people on the list are Iron Mouse, Project Melody, and Paul Scheer. None of which I think have alerts for raids. I don't. Last week, 2 weeks ago, Try raided into me for my birthday one, so I think maybe we'll raid into Try.
All right, sounds good.
Try is a good friend, a fellow Corvid, and she's a total sweetheart, so let's go give Try some love.
All right. Thank you so much for having me, Corvus.
Well, thank you for being on. It's always good to have a good friend on, and you're welcome back all the time. And anything you want to plug before we get out of here? Your channel.
Go follow me on Twitter and follow my channel, and I'm going to be doing more stuff in the future. I swear to God, honestly, and it's going to be really cool and great. So you got to follow me to make sure you see it. Yeah. I got a whole pile of assets that I got to nail together to make my stream look really cool, and it's going to be great. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to head out. Everybody have a great night and a great week, and we will see you next week.